Snack time, kids. Here's some goldfish crackers with legs on them.
Anyway, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I know it's hard to come here all morning and then you have to stay with being thrown on, but I hope what we talk about now will kind of encourage you and kind of remind you of things and the importance of our job, of what we do. And I want you to know that I do love every single one of you, and this job, I could not do even anything about this job without you guys. So I really appreciate everything. We have buddies, we have assistants, we have subs, we have leaders, we have teachers, we have all kinds of people in here, and I just really appreciate everybody who comes, and I appreciate Susie for all she does on Sundays and during the week, and doing running all my tech and everything. So appreciate you all for being here, and I promise we will be out of here by 2 o'clock. So especially since our 1:30 is not going to show up, and Elizabeth's going to help me out with that. So anyway, so what I want to do is a little bit more fun now. Is you each have 5 tickets. Hopefully we have enough. Everybody has 5 tickets. I have 4 icebreaker games, and we have some prizes. Everybody puts their name on 1 ticket automatically because you're here. So put 1 name on there. And then when I ask you, if you can answer, if you can say this is true of you, then you can put a name on the next ticket. So you have an opportunity to put 5 tickets in. All right? So, and our prizes, we have Dutch Brothers, Crest, and Starbucks. So we have 2 prizes. Yes, tickets. Who needs tickets now? Just Emily? I do. Everyone might not need 5.
Oh, we're going to get unless it says right, you have to say
You mean tickets?
You don't look like it.
How much your bar?
All right, everybody should put their name on it, on one of them. All right, these are not going to be hard questions, I promise.
I want it. Okay.
All right. First one, put your name on the ticket if you have eaten sushi. Not if you like sushi, just if you've eaten sushi. Put your name on the ticket. Eventually you're going to tear them up so we can. All right. Put your name on the ticket if you've ever been skydiving. Anybody been skydiving? Lucky! I don't know where. I don't know. You have a better chance than all right.
She's too scared of
Next question. Put your name on a ticket if you have left the country.
Say again.
No, one. We get 1 ticket if you've left the country.
Yes. Yes.
Last one, and I'm probably sure almost everybody's going to have one. Put your name on a ticket if you want the rain to stop. Oh!
do my best.
Everybody, all right, first winner is Cassie. Second one is April.
Huh?
Are you doing something or are you just hanging out?
I'm just smelling the food.
And the last one is Kay Seraphin. So, Susie, is the camera on? Yeah, right. Okay, all right. So, I have in front of you all have green packets. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about now. So if you don't have one, just grab one now. That's space, so you can take notes if you want, or if you have it all memorized. If you need pens, remember that. So, first slide says, welcome to the second most important group of people in Grace. It's all right, but the kids are the most important people in this church, as far as I am concerned. And you're the second because you guys meet with them, you get into their lives, and that's a very, very important job. If we didn't have you guys, they'd be stuck with me. So no, it's you guys are an extremely important group of people. Children's ministry is the future church, so we have to build into these kids now, and they need to hear about Jesus' love now as they start growing and getting into parts of life that are not going to be always that great, and they need to know that Jesus loves them, and we want them to remember that. So it's very important what you do. Every Sunday, whatever Sunday you're here, it's very important what you do. So I just wanted to say that. And, next, trying to think what's next here. Oh yeah, Susie already told you, you have the coffee, filled out the coffee orders. In February, I've split you up into, each Sunday we'll get a group of you will get coffees and a little treat. Everybody will get one, I promise. So if you don't get it on the first Sunday, you'll get it soon. I promise. We cannot send 60 coffee orders out in one day. It just doesn't work. We will deliver them to you. If your first service, it will come at the later part. If your second service, it will come at the beginning. So we will give them to you. It is just one way that we can show thank you to what you do. And so if you have it, turn in your coffee order, make sure you do. So we don't have to hunt you down. Anyway, so memory verses. Just want to remind you to work with the memory verses with the kids. I know there's a lot going on, especially second service. You have a lot going on with kids coming and going, and something goes late, whatever. But work with them on memory verses. Honestly, those little slips go home. I don't think most people work on them at home. I'm sure some do. But this is where we need to work on them, is at church if we can. So even if it takes 2 seconds, work with them every week on it. Detours. We've had a good response of kids doing them, but it has kind of gone down, and just because it's not as exciting, I mean, it's kind of like gone down, we're not talking as much. I'm trying to put it on Facebook, I'm trying to email, trying to talk to the kids, but please encourage them to do them. Even if they don't get them all 8 done, they still get a prize every month if they do them. So try to encourage them to go down and get them. The February ones will be out next Sunday, so there'll be new ones. If kids are like, oh, I didn't do January, I have copies of everything, so they just need to let me know. If they want them, I will get them to them so they can catch up to do the all 8 weeks, all 8 months. So we'll be working on that. Special Sunday. So I don't know how many remember last year. It's been a while. But this year for Easter, we're going to do something similar to what we did last year. Last year we took 5 Sundays and we took 15 minutes of your day and we had you come into the game room and have an experience. We'll be doing the same type of thing with a little bit different material. It is more, last year was more with, I can't even think of things. These are more Easter week. Other ones added, like we had, yeah, we'll have Palm Sunday, but it had the soldier confession and had that, which is really cool, and we will do that again, but we want to change it up slightly, so we'll do it the same. So if you are in the first service, you will continue with your Sunday school material, except that I will tell you at this time, go to the experience room and do that, and then go back to your classroom and finish. It'll probably take 15 minutes of your time, but I honestly don't know yet how much time it will take. It might be different every week. So I will keep you updated on Facebook about that. If you're in second service, Kim's going to change a little bit. Second service, we will still have music. So can you leave music except for the fourth? But your Bible will be the experience. So we will get you things to do at the beginning and things to do after. But you will most likely, you'll come down for music, and then you'll go to your experience at the time we say it. So that will be 3s through 5th grade. So everybody will have music at one time, but you'll all have different times for experience. And that will run March 4th through April 1st, which is Easter morning. And 5th grade, you can do it. You kind of do it. Anyway, so does that make sense, what we're doing? It should be fun. It'll be fun. It's always fun to mix things up and have kids experience things in a little bit different environment. And Easter, obviously, is something to go over every year, but yet something that sometimes, oh, it's the Easter story. We need to bring it into fresh memory and something new and excitement for them to remember and grasp maybe a different concept of it. So if you're subbing on that Sunday, make sure you're paying attention to Facebook. That's really the way or I'll email a few people that don't have it, but that's really how I'm going to communicate. I cannot text everybody. It just is not going to work. So pay attention to Facebook. The other special Sunday we have coming up is Mission Sunday. It will be for both services. First service, you'll probably have time to do some of your lesson. Second service will probably take most of the time. Our hope is to have Union Gospel Mission come in. We are doing, most of you should know, we have offering. Some of our offering is going towards Union Gospel Mission. We try to bring in every year some type of a mission that the kids can relate to. We've done Compassion First, we've done World Vision, we've done Bambinos. This year we want to talk about Union Gospel Mission and what they do. So I'm hoping to have someone come down and talk to them about it. But we will give you more details about times and how it will all work when we get closer to May 6th, after Easter. Because that was Easter. So that's the thing. So the next things are some things I just want to go over with you. And you can write notes on them. These are kind of like my made up things, and then the other notes are actually what I found on that. But our number one job out of everything is to teach the children about Jesus and the amazing life he has for each one of us. That's the number one job we have. That's the ultimate what we do. So how do we do this? We have Bible-based curriculum. I don't just give it to you and say, hey, just make whatever you want. I make sure that we have a curriculum that is Bible-based and that you're all teaching from the same thing. So we have all that. Worship God through song and praise. It's important to worship God, and we do that through song and praise. And some kids don't want to sing, but we need to model that That's really important. So as adults, please be part of that. Please encourage them. You can't make them. Well, who did I make? Liam. I made Liam do stuff today. But you know, it's kind of been fun. But we want to encourage that. So while we're down here singing, you sing. You do the motions. I'm not saying no one's doing it. I'm just reminding you how important it is for us to model that. We need to pray in the classrooms, even if it's 3-year-olds praying quickly for a snack or before you start class or whatever. Elder kids, Kim does this. She has one person pray in front of the group, which is, tons of kids raise their hand every week to pray. Pray in your classrooms. You know, ask if they want. If they don't want to, that's fine. You can pray. But make sure that's part of your your Sunday morning routine. As kids get more comfortable, it's easier when you get older. I mean, I didn't pray out loud when I was a kid at all. And it took a long time to get somewhat comfortable, and I still can't do it very well. But it's really important to do that in your classrooms. Some kids don't pray at home. You know, we don't know where all these kids are coming from and their backgrounds. So we need to make sure that they're here on a Sunday, we're doing that. Modeling Christian attitudes, lifestyles, and behaviors. If a kid sees you out and about, we need to make sure that they are seeing a Christian attitude, lifestyle, and behavior. So if you're out there and you are, I don't know, out there, if they see you at the store, make sure that they're seeing somebody who, that's my Sunday school teacher, and that it's something that is a Bible-worthy attitude. We want to make sure, because that is huge. As you all know as parents, your kids do what you do. So you need to make sure you are modeling at the school, wherever you see them, in the store, the restaurant, wherever. And wave to them. They love it, especially the little ones. They love to it. Make sure you're doing that. And then I'm going to ask, and I know this sometimes is hard to do, but I'm going to ask that all lessons are prepped ahead of time. Even if it's second service, I know that you don't have to prep, but that you are looking the night before, the day before, that all lessons are prepped ahead of time. That you're not coming on Sunday morning, you know, what am I doing? Oh, let's rip all this stuff out. If you're doing that in the beginning of class, they're seeing you're not prepared and that it's not a priority for you. So I know it's difficult. I know some weeks are like jam-packed and we don't have time. I realize that. But on a pretty regular basis, please make sure that you have looked at your material prior to coming on Sunday morning. It's just really important. It just shows the kids that they are the most important, and as soon as they walk in the door, you can give attention to them and not, I've got to rip out my lessons or my papers or whatever. So I'm asking that you do that ahead of time. So, second, and this is where we'll get a list of everything. Second, unfortunately in this world, we have to provide the safest place possible. And we don't have a very conducive building and area to do this. So we have to take extra precautions. We need to make sure that when these kids walk in this building and these parents, that they feel extremely safe leaving their children. You know, we as people walking in, they don't know us at all. We have a lot of people brand new to Dallas coming in. They don't know us. They need to know that their child is safe. So we have a bunch of safety policies. And they may feel like, I know long time ago, why do we have to worry about this? I even had a parent go, my daughter already knows the teacher. Do I have to have the sticker? Yes, you have to. Make sure you're wearing ID tags. And subs, if you don't have it, it's my fault. Because I haven't been putting them in your room. So I've been working harder on that. But wear your ID badge. At least it shows that you have some kind of, been background checked and the teacher knows that who is the leader in the classroom, or parent knows. So wear your ID badges. This is extremely important, and I know it's more difficult with the young ones because they don't necessarily, one wants to go somewhere and it's hard. No one-on-one. No one-on-one with a child at any reason. Even if you're like, I just need to walk in here with them and walk, no. And I know that might be very difficult and make things harder, but if you walk into a room with a child and nobody sees what you're doing, and I get a call that says, and where's Elizabeth? She gets calls up, where are you, Elizabeth? There you are. You get calls, and I don't want Elizabeth calling me and saying, someone reported something happened. I know that we have no one-on-one, that's not going to happen. So you walk with a kid into another room, and they close the door, nobody can see what's going on. You don't want that scenario. You don't want that scenario. You don't want to ruin your life for that. It's not worth it. Okay? If we have a situation where a child just cannot handle the group setting, and let's just call a parent, because let them deal with that child and not us go one-on-one with them. It's just not a good scenario. So and also that means that everybody needs to be on time to classrooms, so we don't have, people not getting there. Another thing is that we have 2 teachers or leaders per room. That's another, so there's no one-on-one. Make sure that if for some reason your co-leader does not show up, for whatever reason, things happen, just text Susie and I right away, and that way one of us can go, or we can find somebody to go in there with you. And it may seem silly, I only have 3 kids, and they're perfectly adorable, and they never have a problem. Still, that second person can give a witness if something should happen. That this person was with me the whole time, and nothing like that happened. So make sure that there's always 2 people in your room. Properly check out children. This is another thing. We cannot, in this building, we are trying to do much better about security, but we cannot keep people from going up to the top floor and trying to get somebody. So make sure that you are checking the sticker to the child. And I know, you know the Pop-Up kids, and you know the Berlani kids, and all those other kids, they still have to be checked. If they don't have their sticker, just let me know, and I will take care of it. But everybody has to be checked out properly. And I know we say this all the time, but if they don't have a sticker, you got to tell Susie or I, and they can wait. If they get mad, I don't care. They can wait, and we will make sure they get excused to the right person. But just make sure that you're checking out properly. We're still on that. Sorry. I'm going on and on. Excuse kids from the door. I really have a harder time seeing that safety is being held when we're letting parents into the building. I know when they're little ones and we're out here and it's bad weather, it's harder to do. Just I would really, really, really want you to excuse at the door. One person is at the door. We kind of know when parents are going to come. Wait for the parent, excuse them, and go that way. They have to wait, I don't care. It's easier than having 3 parents in there and making sure that I check that person. It's just really, really important that you do not let the parents in. Obviously, if it's the first time and they're dropping off, it's a little different. But, as checkout, there's really no reason for everybody to walk into the room. So, please do that. Building A and modular, we're going back to locking the doors. And honestly, I forgot Susie to lock until like 9:50 today. So, sorry. Susie and I will lock the doors at 9:15, hopefully. Make sure you are taking your key if you go out, because you don't want to have to stand there if you have to go back in. Those keys can go in the snack bin. Most likely would probably be the best place to go, because those are used during the classes are used during the week, and we don't leave those keys going somewhere else and getting lost. So make sure you put that key in the snack bin, and then you can grab it when it's time to go.